of Fujian province for the THAIHOT China Open, event number 11 on the 12 tournament MetLife BWF World Superseries. Not only the penultimate event, but also the 5th of the 5 premier events, an even higher tier of tournament within the Super Series. There is all 12, plus of course the Super Series finals staged this year and for 3 more years in Dubai. Well, here are our matches for this afternoon. 5 matches. We're starting with men's doubles and the winners of the last Premier Super Series event in Denmark, Fu Haifeng and Zhang of China, up against the number 4 seeds, Endo and Hayakawa of Japan. Then men's singles and a repeat of the final from 5 years ago. The 5-time winner, Lindan of China, up against the European champion, Jan Jorgensen of Denmark. Then women's singles and the 2013 world champion, Ratchanok Intanon, up against Han Li of China. Then mixed doubles and the defending champions, Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasir of Indonesia, up against De Rota and Barning, the European Championship bronze medalists. And the last of our matches, we turn our attention to men's doubles. Once again, Jongjit and Puang Puapet of Thailand will be up against the number 8 seeds, Chai Biao and Hong Wei of China. So that's what we've got coming up. Here we are, the players on court for the first of our matches this afternoon, and the left and right-handed combination from China. Fu Haifeng, the 30-year-old from Zhang in Guangdong province. His partner, Zhang. In fact, both of these Chinese players reigning Olympic champions, but in different disciplines, of course, but since forming their partnership at the beginning of this year in the first of the premier events, the Malaysia Super Series. And what success they've had since then. Goodness me, winning the Denmark Open, that was a wonderful result for them. Unseeded, won in Odense, beating the world number 1 ranked pair, Lee Yong-dae and Yu Yong-sung, in the final. So they're the 30-year-old left-hander, and of course he used to play with Tai Yun, with whom he won the Olympic gold medal in London in 2012. And this man, Zhang, 24 years of age, he won the gold medal in London in the mixed doubles with Xiao Yunlei. He's from Beijing, up to number 12 in the world ranking, and they've only played 9 tournaments together. That's a pretty impressive start, isn't it? But in the Super Series ranking, the Destination Dubai list, they've actually gone down a couple of places to 7, shot up 8 places after winning in Denmark into the top 10, but now down a couple as well. So here are the seeded pair, the number 4 seeds, Kenichi Hayakawa and Hiroyuki Endo. Hayakawa, 28 years of age. Endo will turn 28 next month. And they've twice been semi-finalists here at the China Open, making their 5th appearance. Last couple of years, in fact, they reached the semi-final. And as you can see, their win-loss record for the year, pretty healthy. They've been in 3 finals, including 2 Super Series, the All England, and then the last Super Series event prior to this, the French Super Series in Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Hiroyuki Endo, Kenichi Hayakawa, Japan. And on my left, Zhang, Fu Haifeng, China.
Christian Johannesson of Denmark are
Kenichi
umpire for
Hayakawa
this one.
to serve to Zhang. Level, play.
So the first of our matches gets underway from the China Open. I'm Jill Clark, sitting alongside Morten Frost as ever. Welcome, Morten. And this match, well, you and I are delighted in watching this relatively new Chinese pair win the Denmark Open. I suppose the home fans didn't delight quite as much, did they? With no Danes in the final, but they're an exciting pair.
It's a very exciting pair to watch, and what a tournament they had in Denmark in Odense when they played and won it. It was a huge surprise winning against the number 1 seed from Korea, but I think they really deserved it. They earned it. They played a very, very good tournament. So yes, I am looking forward to this match, and the Japanese pair has been very steady this year. I think they, as you say, reached 3 finals this year so far, and I think they're always an exciting pair to watch, especially Endo. When I look at him, he's so quick and he's rushing in at the net all the time. So another exciting player to watch, and it will be interesting to see if the coach of Japan, Park Jubon, he's not sitting alongside them now. I think I can't really see it from here, but
yeah, I think it is.
You think it is? Okay, but he's worked miracles with the Japanese team over the last 6 or 7 years, so very interesting to watch this match.
Yeah, it's well finished off by Hayakawa. I do wonder, though, Morten, I had the pleasure of watching. Oh no, you're absolutely right. It's Rioni Maneki that's sitting on the coach's bench for Japan. I watched the Japanese pair lose in the final of the French Super Series event. That's landed in. It's a nice shot. And that was the 6th Super Series tournament final they've been in. And they've yet to win.
And yet to win, yes.
And I'm just wondering whether, in a way, it's becoming a bit of a psychological block for them. Here we are. I mean, it's last 16. This is the round of last 16. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
imagine that.
I mean, it's an incredibly strong draw, isn't it?
It is. It is. And we saw the Danish combination losing the first match yesterday. The number 3 seeded pair, Morgensen and Bo, and they lost the first round yesterday to a German combination. So it's just showing that these Super Series events are really very, very strong draws.
4-all.
I'm biting my lip a bit here, Morten.
Are you?
I'm going to explain why in a minute.
Okay. I've said something wrong.
No, you said something very right. It's a good rally. Oh, good change of pace.
Good defense. And this is where they're good. Well defended by the
Oh, my goodness!
And here it comes.
Wonderful. You said he was quick.
Yep, very, very quick. And the way he's rushing in the net, he's very exciting to watch. Endo here in the picture. Lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah.
6-4.
Hayakawa can't really be very happy with that shot, but straight away apologising to his partner. Sorry, I really set you off on that one.
Talking of the Japanese pair perhaps getting a psychological block about winning a Super Series title is quite extraordinary. As I was doing my prep for this match, you think of, oh, that's magnificent, isn't it? You think of all the tournaments that Fu Haifeng and Tai Yun have won together. You know, world titles, 4 times world champions, Olympic champions. They've never won the China Open, their home event.
They haven't?
No.
Oh, that's quite impressive.
In fact, they've only been in one final. That was in 2006.
Which is a long time ago.
Yeah.
8.
The Japanese off to a good start here. Very solid defense and still able to finish when it matters. And I don't know if you noticed already that the Japanese pair is not really hitting all out on their attacks. They are playing 3/4 smashes, I think, just to make sure that the placement is right and they're not getting out of positions themselves. So far they've not really been hitting. Look at that. They can hit harder than that.
Yeah.
Going much more for placement and making sure that they're in position rather than anything else. That's good play.
Well, the run comes to an end, but 4 straight points. Really was very good by the number 4 seeds from Japan.
8.
This is where we see Fu Haifeng is really getting so much better.
From the front of the court, you
From
mean?
the front of the court, yes. He's always been the big hammer from back, and I think lately he has developed something in his game, despite of his high age of 30. I think, you know, the last 2 years he has improved a lot at the front of the court as well.
Well taken.
Yeah, but
My
you don't get away
goodness
with
me.
that. You do not get away with that.
7,
Well
8.
played, well covered by Zhang here.
Yeah, was wrong choice of shot. I get your point, but I suppose
There was
it's
a chance to take.
yeah.
You don't want to give the initiative away too much, and that's obviously why in men's doubles they really take these chances now and again, because they hate lifting it and they want to try to keep that initiative as much as possible. And on occasions they make not the best of choices because they're so eager to remain in an attacking situation.
It's going wide. Yeah, it's the
10,
variation.
7.
That one was a little bit harder, wasn't it?
It
That
was,
smash.
yes.
Service over.
Oh, he won't be happy with that.
8, 10.
That's well left.
9, 10.
It's one of those kind of shots that can play a trick on your mind and your eyes. You know, when you're looking at it, it's got to go out, it's got to go out, and then eventually drops right on the line. But this one was out, so well left.
Service over. 11, 9.
Well, it's a
Interval.
2-point advantage as we go to the mid-game interval. Endo and Hayakawa. 11-9 in the lead. Now, Morton, I want to come back to that point.
Oh yeah, you're going to kill me now.
No, not at all. You were talking about strength in depth of
Yes.
all the Super Series events, and especially the Premier Super Series events.
Yes.
Sadly, with one exception, women's doubles. You look at the draw here. There are 7 first-round buys. Only 25 pairs have entered.
Oh yeah, okay. in
8
that way,
of them,
yes.
8 of them are Chinese.
Yes.
When we were in Paris, they didn't fill the 32 draw, and 9 of the pairs were French pairs in the women's
Okay,
doubles.
I get your drift. I
Yeah,
get your points.
yeah. So there is an issue, I think, that 4 of the 5 disciplines are
11, 9.
unbelievably strong. The
Right.
only discipline we've got here in China that doesn't have a qualifying event is women's doubles, and we can't even fill the women's
the
doubles
main
draw.
draw, yeah.
And this is an issue that needs sorting out quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Points.
problem is,
No,
but
me neither.
10,
but
11.
A very, very good point.
yeah. I'll probably get hate mail now, especially as I was a women's doubles player.
it was good you were saying it, and not me. Yeah. Hopefully it takes more than that.
It's gone long.
It's a good comeback by
11,
the Chinese
all.
combination here. I think they were 8-4 down, and now 11 all.
11.
All 3 points since the mid-game interval. That's clever. That's a good rally. Off. Oh my goodness. Yeah, saw that Endo was getting trapped on his defence. Yeah, I think the racket may have gone as well. Yeah, 4 straight points. Good response. Oh, goodness, look at that.
Thirteen, 11. Up. Service over. 12, 13. Service over. 14, 12. Endo. Stay on the court, please.
Oh, that's quick forward. Yeah.
You have to watch out. That forehand
15,
before I think
12.
is really very, very strong. If you try to pass him on the backhand side. Here, he's really good.
6 of the last 7 points going to the Chinese pair.
Yeah, they're into a good run here.
Yeah.
16, 12.
Zhang, who we're looking at, 24-year-old from Beijing, actually was runner-up of the men's doubles in this event 4 years ago. Playing with Chai Biao. Do you remember that?
I did not see it, but it was a good combination.
Yeah, it was.
But China has got many very good
17,
combinations coming up.
12.
Young players, and they're teaming them up with more experienced players as well. And it's a wonderful system they have.
Oh.
18, 12.
Oh, this is absolutely remarkable. 9 of 10 points now since the mid-game interval.
You hardly ever see a run of points like that in this scoring system. That's it.
Service over.
But most
13,
likely
18.
it's a little bit too late in this first game for the Japanese to catch up and win it, but hopefully for this match they will compose themselves and get strongly back into the second game.
Well reached.
Nineteen, 30.
Very alert at the net, Zhang.
So when you were watching them in Paris at the Super Series there, the French Open, they lost 2.
20.
Because
Game point,
Of course, to
13.
Boa Mogensen.
Oh yes, they did that, yes.
Game points here for the Chinese pair. Oh, well taken. Oh, goodness me, I don't think he was expecting that
No, it
previous one to come back.
14.
should have been a straight
20.
winner. This one here.
This time, second time I'm asking.
Won by
Open game.
Zhang, 21-14.
21-14 confirms the umpire. 17 minutes of play. And really, since that mid-game interval, there was only one pair in it, and it was all Chinese.
Yeah, they play well, very well. They did. But, you know, going back to when we saw them not in Copenhagen, but in Denmark, in Odense, when they played the Denmark Open, I think they were so much on fire. They really, really played a good tournament. And I was a little bit disappointed to see them not being able to follow up on that very good performance in Paris the week after. So maybe they're back in form here, all fired up, want, as you say, to win the China Open for the first time for both of them.
In the men's doubles.
In the men's doubles. Thank you.
Zhang, of course, winner of the mixed doubles in 2011.
Yeah, but all considering, that's not much either.
No.
In all fairness.
No, not when you achieve so many other things in the sport. I never won the China Open either. Did you?
No, I've never played it.
Morton!
I actually never played it, believe it or not.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
I think I was
Court
due to play it
1,
once,
20
but
seconds.
had to pull out due to injury.
So the unseeded combination of Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan, one game to the good against the number 4 seeds Endo
Second
and
game.
Hayakawa of
Double.
Japan.
Play.
But again, in all fairness, I think, you know, when you say the unseeded combination, I think that's not fair. I think, you know, they're so good, the Chinese pair here. When you look at your draw, I'm sure you're looking at where are they? Just like when we're going to watch the next match when Lin Dan and Jan Jorgensen are playing. You know, everybody would look like, say, okay, where's Lin Dan in the draw? You know, people would look the same way here and say, okay, where is this Chinese combination in the draw? Because they are really, really good.
Yeah. Perhaps we ought to explain that, of course, seeding is done direct from world rankings, so unless your world ranking is high enough with the Chinese combination, they've only ever played 9 tournaments towards their world ranking, and really you need to play at least 10 to get a realistic indication of your capabilities. And they're already at 12. So
yeah, they have one more tournament to play, but still I think they had a fairly easy start to their combination when they started off in January in Malaysia, and I don't know if they played the Korean, but I saw them play in Malaysia and expected more from them, but somehow I think they did not really fulfill my expectations. But lately they sort of are living up to it now.
2, 3, 1.
I think the first 3 months they got the best result was possibly a quarter-final.
Thanks. You go out and wipe your face.
yeah, what was the Danish umpire saying there? You can wipe your face, but don't take a drink. Was that it? Did I hear correct?
I don't know. It was a little bit odd.
3, 1.
decision. Did well.
Yes.
Yeah, did very well, in fact, the Japanese pair.
Yeah, got away with it. Normally, under circumstances like this, you would see that the opponents, they will be rushing towards the net at the front of the court in order to cover exactly for a shot like that and add on the pressure. But the two Chinese, they were standing back, just watching it, and then obviously, as you said, the indecision, and Endo did really well getting it back nicely.
What a super serve. That was well played by the Japanese combination.
Yeah, but what was so good about it?
6-2.
That was the gentleman here in the picture. First of all, he defended well, but look at this, that one there.
Yeah.
That was doing the trick, that was doing the damage. That very constructive counter-attacking shot he played there was really, really good.
Zhang on the right as we look at them. Former Olympic champion in the mixed doubles. Easy put away in the end.
3-7.
Slight hesitation, and Hayakawa just looks to his partner and says, should I have played that? Should I have left it?
Play.
Absolutely pouncing on the half-court shots, aren't they, the Chinese pair?
Yeah, but not only that, it's always on that forehand side of full high front. And for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason it looks to me like the Japanese pair is forgetting he's left-handed.
Service over. 8-5.
Well, they had practice in their first round against a left and right-handed combination, didn't they? Because they played against the qualifiers, Tan Boon Hyung and Hoon Tien Hao of Malaysia.
Yeah, Tan is left-handed as well. Yeah, that was a tight match, wasn't it? So it was like 18 in the third game.
Around 6 minutes, 3 games, yeah.
6-8.
21-15 in the deciding game. It was a good match.
Service over.
Yeah, you can really see the reluctance to lift the shuttle, both pairs keeping it flat.
9-6.
Yeah, it's a trademark of these two pairs, but not only these two pairs, but the two nations as such. They just hate to lift it. And And actually, I think if you, to unsettle a combination, I think sometimes you have to give the initiative away, but not, lift it in, like these high lifts and give it away like that, but in a constructive way, giving sort of a half chance for the opponent to attack it. But on that half chance, you're ready to counter-attack that half chance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that really, that's the game of today. I think sometimes you're so eager to keep that attack that you make mistakes and put yourself in trouble. Where if you sort of tempted the opponents a little bit and say, okay, if you attack this one, I will counter-attack you, and then you would get into trouble. So it's all this balance the whole time.
It's taking the thought process to a higher level, isn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not like in the olden days, a lift was a lift, and then,
Yeah.
you're on defense and you take it from there. See, that's exactly a good example of it. The lift came, but the Chinese a little bit out of position, and then that counter-attacking shot came, and that's out. So that's well called.
Game is over.
Oh, there's going to be a challenge here, I think. Is that a challenge?
Challenge.
Yes,
It
indeed.
is.
Hawkeye.
Out.
He's
Back
going-
in business.
He's back in business. We love it, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I thought it was a correct call. I have to
I
say,
think-
I was
I think-
watching yesterday.
yeah.
There was one or two calls that I was very surprised about.
Yes, in my book, definitely out. But
We'll wait and see.
we will see what technology is saying.
Challenge successful.
Yeah,
Ah,
good
look at
call,
that.
line judge. Good call. There we are. Never in doubt.
Never, never.
11-7 and so.
Well, the Japanese pair also had the lead in the opening game and they couldn't convert.
No, but that was 11-9.
Yeah.
So maybe 11-7 will do the trick.
Oh, there you go. Got the same idea as you, Norton.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, don't be
think so.
afraid sometimes to lift it.
もう一回移動のコース見てね、相手あなたたちに持っていけばもうこれフェンが早く決めたいだからその子読むだけだから行ないから大事ですよね1、2ね早川ね集中してね
Certainly using all of his allotted time. Talk to his men.
Yes. I must admit, I actually checked up on it yesterday. You allowed 1 minute. And I definitely think he took more than 1 minute. Now you have to walk on the court and you have to leave it 20 seconds. Before the time is up.
You know, it was occurring to me in
Well,
the opening game, Morton, and I reserved saying anything, but it was occurring to me that Zhang Nan looks very, very comfortable on the men's doubles court playing with Fu Haifeng. And considering he's hardly played any men's doubles in recent years, he's very much focused on his mixed doubles. I was really impressed with it, but I'm beginning to see little signs now that he's not quite sure whether he's playing from the mid-court area and moving forward, which of course in men's doubles I should think is a jolly good idea, or staying back as he would in mixed doubles.
Yeah,
Service over.
you can say there is a slight hesitation now and again because I think this is a very, very good example. He's attacking from the baseline, and look at that first one. But this one here, where is he?
Yes.
He should have been up there. He knows partner is covering the straight one, and if a situation like this is not finished and killed, chances of that shot to be played is quite great, but he did not cover it.
So in men's doubles he should have covered it. In mixed doubles would it be the same thing, or would he expect his partner to go across and cover that one?
Service over.
I think that, mixed doubles, the man is expected to cover that one as well, but sometimes the women do not get a shot like what Fu Haifeng was getting there, so a situation like that would never really arise.
Yeah.
Ten, 13.
was very happy with that.
11,
wonder.
13.
It wasn't the best of serves, but he got away with it. Yeah, there's another example in that rally that he seemed lost in no man's land.
He was caught, yes, definitely. But did really well in many ways. This was good, the next one is good, but now the easy one is coming. And that's so normal, isn't it? When the easy one is coming, you miss it.
Proudly telling me Fu Haifeng when we were in Denmark at the Denmark Open that his son is at Harrow School in Beijing. Harrow International School, very famous school in England.
Service over. 15, 12.
The time is running out for them. Yeah, it's the Japanese power. Beginning to really find one or two gaps in their opponents.
Oh, that's a challenge.
Yeah, another challenge. They've only got one challenge left.
But I think they're right. This one, I actually think it looks out from here. I know it's very difficult for us to judge it from up here, but it actually looked out.
Well, Hawkeye is going to make the decision for us. Oh, yeah, that did look quite a long way long.
Now they're having a little bit of joke. Yeah.
It fools me every time.
Every time. So, no, that can't be true.
So challenge successful.
So still one remaining.
13, 15. Play.
Yeah, there's your steep smash again that you were talking about in the opening game.
16,
Variation
30.
and pace and angle.
But I'm still looking for a little bit more variation than what they do so far, because most of the smashes are like body smashes or down the center of the court. They hardly ever hit down the line or go cross court like this one here from Fu Haifeng. Oh, that's a beautiful defense. Endo really played that one well.
13.
But that one there is nice. Oh, that's even better, isn't it?
Oh, that's delightful. Just 3 points away from the third and deciding game.
See, once again you saw that smash down the line. It caught Endo. That was really well played by Fu Haifeng, I think was the one smashing.
14,
And he managed to play
18.
it more towards the side and put the opponent so much more under pressure. I don't know if we get it again. But that's what I mean, the Japanese are only playing body smashes or straight down the middle. He or they need to go closer to the lines as well in terms of the sidelines.
Service over. 19-14. Service over. 15-19. Go.
Oh, it's all got a bit edgy.
16-19.
They've still got time. They've still got time.
Oh, that's good work
Service over.
from Hayakawa.
20. Game
Nice
point.
way to bring up
16.
the game point opportunities.
I think when China won the that many points in a row in the first game, it was Zhang actually serving. I think he's a very, very good server.
Ooh. Oh my goodness, he's missed it. Would you believe it? I thought earlier on he may have touched the shuttle, but obviously
It
not.
was close. It was really, really close.
So it's one game apiece. That one there.
Yeah, we couldn't see
Yeah.
it. It was out of the frame.
So one game apiece, 21-16, the scoreline in game number 2. 38 minutes into the match, and it's one game all.
As we expected from the very beginning, a very tight match, a very good match. Good quality badminton here.
のちょっとイメージ少しスピードちょっと少しスペーサーじゃないちょっと少しねイメージじゃないとちょっと少しやりにくいから少しスピード上がらないことねラケットの上ここからいいねちょっとスピード上がって角度前も落としできるからねこれスピード大事ここからねでもあなたはエンドのチェンジのやっぱりターン浅いだけ決まるあとはないだからね
And once again, the Japanese coach is using all his allotted time to explain what he wants the players to do. And we can hear just a little bit of the talking in the background here. So if you're very good in Japanese, you have a good chance. Which I'm not, so can't really say, tell what he's saying.
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds.
So one game all.
Final game. Double.
Final game calls the umpire. Number 4 seeds from Japan, nearest to us, Endo and Hayakawa. Ooh. Challenge straight away.
Kenichi Hayakawa challenging. Back line. Called in.
Oh, it's their first challenge of the match, isn't it, the Japanese pair?
It is, but I couldn't really see it. So let's see what Hawkeye is saying to us.
Oh, that's out. Definitely out.
And it's called in. Yeah, that looks out on the picture here. Yes.
Yeah. I cheated.
Correction.
You did?
Out.
How did you do that?
I can see Hawkeye down in the front row in front of us.
That's cheating.
It is cheating. I'm sorry.
Oh, I can see that. But it's because you're standing up and I'm sitting down.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, that's gone a while long.
Service over. 1-all.
That's delightful. Played with disguise, played with pace. And that's one of those shots that, not quite that you were describing in the second game, but it's not really a lift, but it's played with a purpose.
Yes, and I think the word purpose is really the word here.
Yeah.
Service over. 2-all.
But it's interesting because in the olden days when I used to play myself, I was sometimes applying that tactic of saying, you know, if you give the opponents a half chance, a half opportunity to attack you, and then you go in and counter-attack it, and then unsettle the whole situation by doing that. So that's also coming into men's doubles now.
Yeah. I used to do a similar thing, serving in women's doubles and mixed doubles, deliberately serving where I knew my opponent had their favourite return, and just stood and waited for it. And from very early in the match, they thought, crikey, my best shot isn't working.
Yes.
She's looking for it. Yeah. And that took their best shot out of the match.
Take that out of the equation straight away.
4-2.
So many things that goes on court that, you know, if you're just a normal lover of the game, you don't really understand and see it, and that's why you and I were sitting here trying to explain it now and again.
Short.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it back.
See, but that's what I mean. No angle to it.
No. Down the middle, wasn't it? Well, they had no right to win that rally, but all credit to them for doing so.
5-2. Play. Hayakawa. Stay on the court, please. And play.
Umpire just asking the Japanese pair not to wander around, to stay on the court.
Get on with it.
Oh, confusion.
Yeah, no trouble. And you know why I said no trouble? I think Fu Haifeng really did well here.
3-5.
He was the one standing at the back, and he could watch the whole situation all the way. Zhang, who's moving backwards here, can't see partner. But look at how Fu Haifeng is getting out of his way, letting partner play the shot and then cover the next one.
Yeah.
That shows a lot of experience here.
4-5.
I always say that the player standing at the back in a doubles always have to move accordingly to what his partner or her partner is doing.
Because they can see
They
what's
can
happening.
see what's happening all
Yeah.
the time, so they have to move accordingly to that. And I think Fu Haifeng did that. It was not the ideal thing,
Backline.
but
ball
he did what
in.
was necessary.
Got another challenge here. No, I wasn't sure who made the challenge. Was it? It was called in, so it must be the Chinese pair who've challenged. Ooh, good call, line judge. Very good call, line judge. So the Chinese pair don't have any challenges left.
One challenge remaining.
One challenge remaining. It's not right, is it?
Service over. 5-all. Play.
No.
Depends on who called it, if the Japanese were calling it. I must admit I didn't really see it. Too caught up in talking.
And it's over. 6-5.
So once again, Fu Haifeng from that forehand side is playing very, very strong. Look at that. And then cross at the body, and then a straight winner. Creating the angle once again.
Time is over. 6-0.
I think you look at it from a Japanese point of view, I think they've done really well to stay in the match here in the beginning of that third game, because I think China has played better, but the score is 6-all.
Everybody seemed happy with that call.
Oh, it was way out.
Yeah.
7-6.
Yeah. Yeah, so too was that.
Time is
Yeah,
over.
that was long.
7-0.
The way he played it really positively, and it was a lot of pressure down that line. Obviously unlucky for him, they went out on the baseline, but it was a good shot.
Yeah. No, that was much better placement of the attacking shot by the Japanese pair. It's the left hip of the left-hander.
And here I think Hayakawa really did well from the serve, the return, and then that third shot he was intercepting on the short backhand side. That was really well played by him, setting it up nicely for the Japanese. It didn't look of much, but it's very important.
Oh, he wasn't able to make contact. Perhaps jumped a little too early.
He did. But I think that chance is too great to take. When it's this tight and this important in the match, I think that was a too big chance to take.
How many have they hit wrong in this deciding game?
10-8.
But once again, well played by Hayakawa. That lift was very purposely played toward that forehand side of Fu Haifeng.
11-8.
Yeah.
Interval. 10-10.
3-point advantage here in the third game as the players change ends. No, suddenly the game just seemed to go off the boil a little. It's understandable, there's always little phases in matches. Yeah, look at Zhang. Jun there, he's not happy man, is
No,
he?
he's not. He's not. Yeah, but it just shows that what men's doubles these days is all about as well, is that service, return and third shot. We've had a lot of those kind of rallies in the beginning of this third and deciding game, and that's why we say it's gone off the boil a bit. It's because it's back into what I would call almost normal men's doubles.
Yeah.
Not long rallies, just very short rallies, and that's, you know, we were treated very nicely in the first two games, I think.
Yeah, good point.
Zhang, play.
Wasn't the best of serves, was it? Oops. My goodness me. Now, in those circumstances, given the point you were making earlier, the rear court player's got to see what his partner is doing, and with Hayakawa looking to come out,
Yeah, he should have.
Endo should have followed forward.
He should have.
Yeah.
Totally agree. He knew what was happening, and he was too late responding to this.
So, service over.
If you can ever say that Endo's too late. I think he's a very, very quick man.
They put that away with purpose, didn't they?
13, 10.
Yeah, that was good tactic by the Japanese, and how Hayakawa sort of moved in underneath his partner to intercept the next one.
Oh, that's a good serve. Oh, he did well there. Hayakawa.
Yes, he did, and I was just about to say that the next 2 or 3 points will be extremely important for both pairs, obviously, but for the Japanese, if they can win, let's say 15-10, get the lead, I think that could be a very decisive lead in this third and final game. That's well left, yeah. China have to watch out now.
10.
This will be very difficult to come back from. You can almost sense some sort of disappointment in the crowd, can you?
Oh, very much so. And also in the body language of Zhang.
Yeah, shoulders a little bit down.
5 straight points. Oh, my goodness.
That was Endo again.
Yeah.
3 times in a row, that was Endo saving it.
17, 10.
Good to see the young academy players here.
Yeah, it should be compulsory.
What youngsters coming to watch there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, wherever you go around the world and you're watching the big tournaments,
18,
the youngsters of that nation where the tournament is, they should be there, they should be watching it, and they should be learning from it.
Yeah. Here. Finally the run comes to an end, but it's those 7 straight points. How much damage has that done?
11, 18.
Both the Japanese players turning and looking at each other. Sometimes you just got to say, my opponents have played well. Right, forget that, get on with it. Next
Absolutely.
rally.
Well played, that's it, next.
Yeah.
Up.
Oh, no serve is short.
19,
Yeah, I think that players on occasions are spending far too much time on, you know, what if.
Yeah. Oh, confusion. Yeah, to me, it's this man, Zhang, that's
He's
really,
lost it a bit.
yeah.
Point
Yeah,
12.
no wonder he's shaking his head. 8 match point opportunities for the number 4 seeds from Japan.
That's good reactions from Endo. Yeah, that's the first time we saw an angle shot.
Bounced off the floor.
We're not playing tennis.
I don't think some of the crowd realised that, but the fault had been called, and therefore the match to Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa.
Match won by Hiroyuki Endo, Kenichi Hayakawa.
Good games, 3 minutes shy of the hour mark.
21-16, 21-12.
Just about hearing the umpire confirm the match score.
And here comes the cross one. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's the one I've been looking for the whole match, and we got one from the Japanese.
Well, victory for them in the end, coming from a game down. 14-21, 21-16, 21-12. And by the time they leave the court, the match clock ticks over to 58 minutes. And there, Endo and Hayakawa safely through to the quarterfinals.
The match on court 1 will be men's singles between Zhang from China and JPN from Denmark.
1号场地将要进行的是男子单打比赛。
So to our second match of the day, and what a match it is. It is in fact a repeat of the China Open final from 2000.